Hey everyone, with the release of Dialux Evo 10 we introduce you to the new emergency lighting feature. As of now, you can easily plan and calculate emergency lighting scenes. Let me show you how it works. First, I'm opening an already existing project, namely that of a school building. In the next step, I will place an escape route in these aisles. In order to do so, I have to switch to the calculation objects mode, which you can find right here. From there, move to the Emergency Surfaces tool, which you can find in the menu on the left. Then select the option Draw Escape Route. Start drawing the escape route by choosing a starting point that seems right for you. I start down here, in the middle of this aisle. And pull up to here to set my first waypoint. Then I turn to the right. And close the emergency route by right-clicking and choosing End. You can of course place multiple escape routes in Dialux Evo. Let me quickly demonstrate that to you. I start in the aisle on the left and pull the route all the way over to the aisle on the right. What you'll notice is that when the center lines of these two escape routes touch, they merge into one escape route with several segments. This way, junctions and crossings can be created, which is very useful. In the next step, we'll take a look at the luminaires. Let's switch to the light mode and the emergency luminaires tool. I then, let's say, select this luminaire and specify it as an emergency luminaire by clicking on this button right here, which reads Use as Emergency Luminaire. On a side note, you will always recognize the emergency luminaire by this small icon. Next, we turn on the false color preview in the side menu and get a real-time visualization of the expected results of our luminaire. What is great is the fact that I can now select this luminaire and move it along the aisle, and you'll see that the expected results change in real time. You can of course make changes to the values and colors as you wish in the false color preview tool. It is also possible to define more than one luminaire as an emergency luminaire. Just select the desired number of luminaires and define them as emergency luminaires by clicking again on the Use as Emergency Luminaire button below. And as you can see, you immediately get the expected results as a preview too. Next thing I want to show you is the placing of an anti-panic surface. In order to do this, go to the Calculation Objects mode. Select the anti-panic surface option here, then choose the designated room for the placement of the anti-panic surface. After that, select the action Create Anti-Panic Surface for a space on the left side. By left-clicking in the room, the anti-panic surface is automatically created. After that is done, I go back to the light mode, then I come down here and select the action Automatic Arrangements for Anti-Panic Surfaces. And there you have it. 4 luminaires have been added to the room and to the anti-panic surface respectively. You may wonder why 4 luminaires in particular were added to the anti-panic surface. Let me answer that question for you. The automatic arrangement tries to achieve the specified minimum values and the required uniformity with the current luminaires, as far as the selected luminaires allow. Okay, now let's have a look at the calculation settings. Up here you now have the possibility to calculate your standard light scenes and the emergency light scene, which is indicated by the green background, separately. In addition, you can now calculate not only all light scenes but also only the active light scene. Let's try it, shall we? It will only take a moment and you will have your results as per usual in the results overview on the right side. Now let's take a look at what's new in the documentation. The product datasheet has been updated to include the characteristics of the emergency luminaire, namely the emergency luminous flux and the emergency lighting factor. You now also get a revised luminaire list, as well as a luminaire layout plan with all your placed emergency luminaires. In addition to that, you get the individual calculation results of the placed calculation objects and a room summary with the results of the calculation objects. I hope this quick tutorial was useful to you. Download Dialux Evo 10 and try the new emergency lighting feature yourself.